Yo, what up guys? Toxico here. Hey, TBC's almost here and I wanted to start making some videos for you guys, so let's go ahead and start this commentary video. And make sure you hit that like button down below. Alright, so getting into the game, I find this rogue the duel. I go ahead and try to use perception and I find him. Go ahead and get the sap, wait for my energy, cheap shot. I'm waiting, I have my finger on blind waiting for him to trinket. I go ahead and kidney him, he still hasn't trinketed, so I'm just pumping all my damage into him. Let's see, right here he tries to gouge me, I vanish it, and I have a bleed on him, so he's actually not able to stealth, and pretty much the duel's over from here. If he would have trinketed, it actually would have been a real duel, but let's go ahead and try to find a better duel. Orange pops, I'm actually gonna join this, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got Mage Rogue versus us. We're obviously Rogue Priest. I'm gonna go ahead and stealth and look for him with perception. I think, I ended up finding the Rogue here and just go ahead and sap him. The Mage is actually in a really bad position. He's so far he can't really stop me, so I go ahead and open it up with all bleeds. I vanish, cheap shot, and then I'm gonna kidney him. Actually, I eviscerate into a small kidney. He triggers and I vanish his blind. I vanish again, cheap shot, DR, and then he's pretty much dead from here. Once you find the rogue, it's pretty much GG. I mean, we had a good opener. Alright, so I'm just going to queue up for a skirmish here and actually do some more arenas, and we'll do duels at the end. So anyways, this double rogue versus double mage. Go ahead and try to get the sap here. Gotta watch out for all their blizzards and shit. If you guys are wondering about any of my add-ons or any of my macros or anything like that, just make sure you comment down below. I'll try to help you out. So I go ahead and open on this mage here, and I wasn't able to get a sap here because the rogue got caught up, but you really want to use these pillars as a rogue, especially against double mage. So I go back in. I'm going to use cloak here pretty early because I want to be able to have it back for after I get a reset. He blocks kind of late, so I go ahead and try to step the other mage, and I'm running for the pillar here. Trinket Nova will do whatever you have to do to get to the pillar. He got a frostbite, so I'm kind of taking a lot of damage here, but I'm around the pillar. If he would have arcane missiles me there, that probably would have been the end of it, but I'm actually able to shift the other mage and just keep running around the pillar, get a couple of ticks of my bandage off, and see, if you just keep running, you'll get a reset eventually. The other rogue opened back up on the mage. He gouged late, so he got sheep, but I'm back here to help him get the ice block at least. So yeah, now that's both of us, it's pretty much GG. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get a re-stealth you see here. Got out of line of sight almost again. Alright, so now we got Rogue Druid versus Rogue Priest. I go ahead and try to find the rogue with my perception. You're not always gonna be able to find him, but most of the time you will. So I don't think this time I was able to find him, but I see the priest gets sapped, so I go ahead and start making my way back towards him. I see the rogue finally, and I'm able to step sap him actually. So now the rogue is in combat, the priest is in combat, and I'm able to open up with bleeds, and here the druid should have verified me a little earlier, but I'm able to open up pretty hard on this rogue, get full bleeds, and then line of sight. And the druid kind of wasted his clone there, so I'm getting a re-stealth. Open back up with another cheap shot, blind the druid. Right now, we're pretty far ahead. The druid's trying to hold his trinket, but he has to trinket late. So that's good for us. He could go ahead and clones. I was going to step kick it, but I got kidneyed. I go ahead and trinket, so it's pretty much just me and the rogue fighting. As you can see, we're pretty far ahead. The priest should be mana burning the druid right here. That'd be a really good thing for him to do, but I go ahead and cheap shot the druid, and the rogue is already proc sheet death, so he's dead. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying this commentary video, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll make a lot more of these in the future. TBC is just around the corner, so I would really like to help you guys with Rogue and Mage, as I've played these classes since 2004. Anyways, so we start this game. It's Resto, Shaman, and Mage versus us. I'm going to go ahead and try to get a sap. The Mage is not invising. He should probably do that. I sap him anyways. He gets me out, but I try to garrote the Shaman here. I don't know what happens, but anyways, I open on him and kidney. Mage is in sap still. That was a good fear. He wills it. So right here I'm lining because I know he's going to sheep the priest. and I used the pillar right here to get a re-stealth. I shout step garroted him and killed the totem. You always want to kill the poison totem if you can. And so I'm actually going to switch on the mage here because he can't really do much when I'm on him. So I go ahead and blind the shaman, try to bait his trinket. And I should have deadly through there to interrupt his cast, but I'm just chasing this mage, trying to save my common points. I sap the shaman, and I'm just going to go hard here. He ends up trinking it. I'm going to get ice block. If he didn't ice block there, he's dead, but we got mass spell, and yeah. If you have a priest in your team, you should probably always go mage, just it's pretty much GG. Alright, so last arena game here, and then we're going to get into some duels. So it's a double rogue versus druid mage. Try to go in here, get a sap, but stay back a little bit, so the mage is going to try to AoE usually. But you want to try to get a sap before he gets the invis off. Sap him. I see the druid here. I wasn't quick enough. I should have tried to open him a little quicker, but he go ahead and he gets bear form off, so I try to deadly throw him to slow him. I'm going to vanish cheap shot. Just try to open him as quickly as you can when the mage is still sapped. The other rogue blinds, he instantly trinkets it. He's just spamming poly, so I go ahead and cloak. And towards the end of my cloak here, I'm going to go ahead and blind the mage. He's just spam poly still. But there's not much he can do. He ice blocks, but the druid's dead. And that was a good game. Alright, let's get into some duels here. Alright, so the first duel is against a warrior. Go ahead and sap him. He's in D-stand, so he can't break it. My cheap shot actually misses, so that's why I sapped him. Go ahead and get a re-stealth. This time I pre-med cheap shot. You do a hemo, and then I'm going to kidney. Full kidney, and I go ahead and pump as much damage into him as I can. He has a shield on, so he's not going to end up trinketing. But I rupture him and vanish. He gets me out, so I step and evasion. And at this point, I'm just trying to kite him. Even though I have evasion, I don't want to be hitting him too much because he'll overpower me. He go ahead and escape artist and gets the intercept there. That's pretty good. I blind him. And he trinkets, so I gouge him. He's still in battle stance, so he can't break it. Kidney here. Just pump as much damage as I can into him. Try to get a crit poison on him. I should have shivved a little earlier, but it's okay. Pop another evasion. Right now, it's okay to fight him, but you don't want to stay too close because he'll get a bunch of overpower procs. So this time I'm able to get a clean re-stealth. And I'm just waiting on my stun DRs. And I'm going to go back in. So I go ahead and cheap shot him. Eviscerate into a kidney. I probably should have ruptured there, but go ahead and eviscerate him. And he's almost done. I just need to gouge him maybe. Yeah, he pops D-stance here, so I gouge him. And from here I just eviscerate him, and the duel's pretty much over. Alright, so next I find this other word to duel. Go ahead and start the duel. Pre-med cheap shot him. Use my trinket, eviscerate him, try to get as many comp points into a rupture, and I'm just kiting him with crit poison right now. So here he gets maced on my trinket actually. Pop evasion here. Even though I have evasion, I don't want to hit him, have him hit me too much. Go ahead and try to get a kidney, and he resists it. So I go ahead and use a rupture instead. And I'm just still kiting him a bit. I try to get a cheap shot here, but he ends up, the bleed ends up getting me out a second too early. He gets me pretty low here, but I'm able to finish him off. Alright, so last duel here, we got a mage. Go ahead and garrote him. Shiv him. He's going to Nova me here, try to eviscerate him. Cloak, eviscerate. He blocks, I stop attacking so I can try to get a re-stealth. He's going to come out early. I'm going to be ready to gouge him. Gouge him here. I get frostbit, so I go ahead and vanish. I ambush him, but it doesn't crit. He gets away, so I blind him, but he has hypothermia, so I know he's going to trinket, so I vanish. I get away, so he can't Nova me, and go back in for the sap. Sap him. Here I'm going to cheap shot him. I know he's going to blink, so I cheap shot. I'm going to get ready to shout step gouge, or shout step kidney, but I trinket, shout step kidney, stop the poly, and he pretty much has to sit his serious trinket my blind. So I go ahead and eviscerate him, and I try to end the duel here, get through his shield, and that's the duel. Alright guys, if you like this video and you want to see more commentary like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below which part you liked, which part you didn't like. Let me know, and I'll see you next time.